Hello everyone, welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV Online. I hope you're all doing well. We are getting into the last, I think, of the... not that, of this, the Warring Triad. Only one pillar of the Warring Triad remains. XIV, the demon. Worshipped by the Mericidian race of centaur-like beings, this icon manifested upon the physical plane as an embodiment of eternal victory. And yet despite this godlike might, XIV was captured. He has languished in his Allegan-made prison now for 5,000 years, his primal desire for justice swelling in magnitude with each passing millennium. Though an unlikely alliance with the 6th Imperial Legion, you and your companions were able to prevent a catastrophic awakening orchestrated by the demon's thralls. But your work is not yet finished. Honor the sacrifice of Regula von Hydrus and remove the threat of XIV from this world once and for all. We're gonna commence. Here we go.
There's been enough sacrifice for one day. We must take the chance we've been given and defeat XIV now.
Okay, let's do it. Whoa. Hey, Vanilla. Hey, and don't fall. Oh no. I might fall off the platform. Well, that's unfortunate. My gosh. Thanks. Thanks, Vanilla. I appreciate it.
Good and evil, the war eternal.
Oh, fun. Your doubt is fled. Good to know. Oh, perfect. Oh, here, bud. Oh, they're dead. That's nice. I'm not gonna be where he's looking. Don't worry, I learn things sometimes. Ooh, let's not do that. Oh, what's the ball? What's the ball on me? Oh, that's the ball on me, okay. Oh, Lucian? Oh, Lucian, hi! Just lucky, I suppose. Hi. How are you doing?
I shall rise above all. Bear witness to my will.
Hi. Oh no, they're coming towards me. I got out of that in time. I suppose not. Oh. Ow! Oh. Oh, that's probably not great. Oh, I'm being possessed.
Bow to my infallible judgment.
Oh. 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 Oh, we're not dead. That's nice. That's good.
Suffer in endless torment.
We're only halfway there? My gosh. Oh, is it one person per, or can multiple people be in it? I don't remember. God damn it. Where's the... Alright. Yo. Alright. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, it hurt.
Suffer in endless torment.
4th of the way... yeah. 4th of the way there. We got the... Okay. Oh, I get in this one. Ow! No, 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 no. Okay. And I'm dead. Yay, thank you. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on.
My equivocation cost me this contest.
Maybe. Come on. 14%.
Endless torment.
I'd rather not, sir. Oh, wait, what? No, let's not do that. %. Oh, I hate these. Ugh. Wait, hey, okay. Hooray. Kaboom. Na 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 na. There you go. Hooray! Alrighty. Story time. Incredible as always, Shent. Hopefully that will be the last of our world sees of the likes of Zervin. I doubt it. Every one of his thralls has been slain as far as we can determine. Our victory over the warring triad is complete. In a possible feat, had we not been blessed with your cooperation. Let us not forget the efforts of Regular von Hydrus and his men. Without their noble sacrifice, the demon would have awoken far sooner, and possessed of far more formidable energies. The bodies of the fallen now accompany the survivors on the return journey to Garlemald. 'Tis known that the Imperials recognize no god, yet they would honor the dead in their own fashion. And when next we meet, our fleeting alliance will surely be forgotten. 'Twas an interesting exchange nonetheless. They spoke of the present ruler as a man who values self-sufficiency. Varius befriended Regula in their youth, it seems, and was highly impressed by his martial prowess. 'Tis common knowledge that Regulus's rise to legatus was in great part advocated by the Emperor himself. Regula freely admitted his shortcomings when it came to politics, and it was Varius's unconditional support that served to win his undying fealty. One does not expect such tales of comradeship to lurk beneath the Empire's iron exterior. Contrary to all expectations, the man died a hero. Witnessing the way you all leapt into danger without hesitation, it would seem I am surrounded by heroes. And yet my own actions were aught but heroic. I have not the qualities nor the character to stand at the warrior of light's side. What a curious thing to say. Are you truly concerned that you do not measure up to some arbitrary requirement? If you knew the path I walked to reach this place, then you would understand that I doubt myself so. Return with me to the Rising Stones, and I shall tell you of it. More story! Yeah! Just cooked from the very beginning when I fell off the stage. Alright, back to the Rising Stones. Good. Hello, Tartaru. With your victory over Zervin, the warring triad is finally defeated. I'm afraid, however, that mine own efforts have been more hindrance than help, and you and your fellow scions deserve to hear the reasons behind my actions. Let's hear it. Hi. I promise to tell you of my journey, of who I am, of where I am from. The truth is, I am not of this world. I was born of a different star, a child whose power the echo was too feeble to save his dying world. A child who, unlike you, never became a warrior of light. Okay. When all I knew stood on the brink of destruction, I was yet half grown. Had I been born but a handful of years earlier, history may have written a different tale. The seeds of other heroes that have yet to fully sprout may not have withered and perished. The star I failed to save is known to you now as the Void. What? Though Shet knew not that I spoke of my homeland, I have explained to him before the cause of its ruin. A magic was devised to contain a defeated primal's might within a stone known as Orosite, and the energies which bled from this imperfect vessel gradually corrupted the champions who wielded it. These heroes became slaves to an insatiable hunger for aether, eventually transforming into hideous fiends, and none who clung to the faint traces of light were strong enough to oppose them. The demons next turned upon each other in a war which drained the land's aether in ever greater amounts, until one day the star was suddenly swallowed in a flood of darkness, the entire world unmade in an instant. The void scent you encountered here in this realm are the twisted remnants of once mortal beings who gnawed on what motes of life force remain. And as I lay dying, beaten and broken in my failed last stand, 'twas a white-robed Ossian who found my tormented spirit, and bore me away to the rift betwixt worlds. Eldibus had been my master ever since. At my mentor's feet did I learn of the nature of reality, of the existence of mirrored worlds, and the eternal struggle between dark and light. Sudden and overwhelming superiority for either side will shatter the balance, and the world in question will be returned to the void by a calamity beyond imagining. As a self-appointed custodian of this balance, my master warned me that the source, the first of all worlds, slips perilously close to oblivion. In what spirit did this master proffer such a warning, a benevolent gesture, or veiled threat? To these questions do I mean to coax To these questions and more do I mean to coax forth answers. Yet no matter his intention, that Heidelin doth tether on a knife's edge is an undeniable truth. Knowing this, what choice was given you to make? I chose to join my master, and act as his instrument on this star. The tragedy that befell my home cannot be repeated. I will see this world saved. And yet I hesitated at the most crucial of moments. What right have I to stand alongside a true warrior of light? In thine own words, thou wert called before thy time, and I offer that thou dwellst overmuch on the question of what maketh the hero. The search for the answer leaveth thee paralyzed by doubt. Heed me, Master Ukulele. Thou needest not believe thyself a hero to perform great deeds. 'Tis the deed itself which earneth thee the hero's mantle. Aye, the ideals you hold can be less important than having the faith to act upon them. Regula's loyalty to the Emperor guided his actions until the last, and though we did not see eye to eye on many things, his final deeds can be called not less than heroic. Personally, I find that faith in my companions allows me to act unhindered by uncertainty. I know that should I ever falter, Shet and the others will be there to support me, or steer me back onto the right path if needed. I see. In the days leading up to my world's destruction, I was entirely alone. I never knew what it was to have such comrades. I cannot imagine the loneliness you must have felt, but look around you now, Ukulele. You're not alone anymore. Aww. Oh shit! Welcome to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We have a new member? Really? What would have happened if I didn't do this? Wait, how did this work? Okay. I will fulfill my promise to save this world, and when I stumble I shall be glad to have your hands there to steady me. My apologies. This is difficult for me. For so long have I spoken from behind a mask. Gonna put it back on? We should all feel comfortable speaking without such concealments. I should hope that you appreciate the irony of that statement, Yuan J. Oh, hi again. Oh, sorry, bye. I love crowds, just a little hand wave like, hi. Bye. A demonic duplicate. Ukulele has something of interest for you. Whilst we were examining the controls of Zervin's shackles, I found a tombstone that may be of interest to you, Shent. Would you like to take a look? Sure. The information contained with this device appears to have been used to generate a simulated battle of grueling difficulty. Challengers would be pitted against a simulacrum of Zervin, sorry, my gosh, I can't read. The power of which has been enhanced by the icon's highest conceivable magnitude, is described as a final trial for the most elite of Allagan warriors, intended to determined but I do. I don't know. Intended to distinguish the truly exceptional among them. I have witnessed no champion more exceptional than the Warrior of Light. Are you not curious to see just how powerful Zervin may have been? I urge you to visit the verification node and undertake this ultimate test of the Allagan elite. If you are testing metal against the demon's unfettered might, then you need only present the tombstone to the okay. I'll turn this in at least. I'm not gonna do it. I'll turn it in though. Is that all with ukulele then? Ba ba da ba 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 ba. There you go. Though it appears to be not more than a simple stone, ukulele insists it contains reams of invaluable information gathered by the lost Allagan Empire on the subject of the demons of, and there you go. Data proceeds. Data processed. Adversary, Warring Triad, Zervan, Threat Level Extreme. This is the final qualifying test for surviving Elite Squad enlistees. Participation is only permitted to candidates who agree to unrestricted biopsy procedures following the trial. Postmortem data will be used to improve the survival rates. Yep, that's fine. There you go. Extreme. Alright, cool. So I guess we just continue on with the main story quests. I'm gonna go to Revenant's Toll one more time just to make sure, but yeah. I think it's main story quest time. Oh, and also class quest. I can't forget that. I might do the class quest before we move on to the main story. Anything new, ukuleles? After I turn that in? No? Oh, book on the Warring Triad. Sephiroth. Okay, no, we're fine. Okay. Good. Alright. Oh, yeah, I can't do my class quest until I continue on with the story quest. Nice. Okay, cool. We could do that. And once again, if there's anything that you feel I should do before moving on, please let me know. Doom, doom, doom. Hey everyone, long time no see. I won't let you down, Paplamo. I promise. Warring Triad and Raids? I just did the Warring Triad. As for the raids, the one that I did was the Void Arc. I did all the Void Arc ones. Was there any other raids that I needed to do? Besides Sky Pirates? I did Alexander. Alexander all was done. I did make sure to do that. Have my little green check mark. Cool. Alright then. I guess there's nothing holding me back then. Alize. Yay! Stormblood official! Thank you. I also made sure to do the Hildebrand quest line that was in, friggin' blah. I forget the tale's name. In Corthus. My gosh. Paplamo had to know it would only be temporary. If Grandfather couldn't contain Bahamut with the power of a thousand prayers, then what chance did his disciple stand armed only with a broken staff? Was it always his plan to sacrifice his life to complete the ritual? To bring forth the arbiter of his vengeance, but not remain to see the aftermath? Though it may not be apparent to the naked eye, the Aether here is in turmoil. Not since the calamity has this place been subjected to forces of the magnitude unleashed by Sinryu and Omega. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed to Girabanya. We want to go to Girabanya. Ah, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We are told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Sure. Girabanya, the fringes. Past the wall. I'm excited. New area. Whoa! Map. Look at all just the hidden areas, too. Shrouded in mists. I like that. The world's so big! So much to explore and see!
I remember crossing the border, standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow scions, the warrior of light among us.
I don't like that she's telling her story.
Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other.
If I remember right, Paplamo did the same before he died.
Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
Revolution! Let's help take back the land from the Guardians. Oh, music! Oh no, it's a new land. I'm not gonna be able to fly! No! No! I'm land bound. Oh well. Hey, Raban! Crowd? Quite an atmosphere here, isn't there? Everyone seems to be on pins and needles, though one can hardly blame them given recent events. The Alliance has done well to repurpose these Imperial facilities for their own use so quickly. The General is in high spirits, don't you think? I know the feeling. To see the colors of so many nations, limbs of the Mensa, Gridania, Ul'dah, and now Ishgard, well nigh brings a tear to my eye. We have much to be proud of, Shent. So this is East End. Not too different from the rest of the Shroud, is it? Though, truth be told, I'm not sure why I thought it would be. Chocobroker! Or, sorry, Chocobo Keep. I don't know why I said Chocobroker. Well, met Traveler, Porter, nothing, but I've talked to you, so that's good. A Reuben sandwich. Did I call him Reuben? I meant Raban. I did not mean to call him Reuben if I did. Oh my gosh. Raban. Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Eolzian Alliance, I welcome you to Castrum Morians. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake the castrum since then? None. Save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols. We've had barely any contact with them. But we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Beelzar's wall weren't enough, Ilvid summoned a primal right on their doorstep, and Garlemald does not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. 'Twas a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilbid's to make. Now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Alamigan people. We would have you secure as our emissaries, serve as our emissaries, and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I leave you to it. Godspeed. Hey, Sid! Of all the Castra in the world to walk into mine, or you walk into mine. Master Garland, what brings you here? A certain missing Allegan weapon and draconic primal. Omega and Shinryu, I think the shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which it has singularly failed to do. Then 'tis like Omega fell to Earth and occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. God damn it. Because of course it is. Of course the Allegan tech fell into the Garlean hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engaged the stasis system. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming. We should hurry up and find it regardless. Bye. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on into Girabanya, we'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Everyone nods. Whoa, a lot of experience, okay. Ba-da-bam-ba. Alright. I do hope you're not thinking of running off to help Master Garland. It is not your duty to solve all of the world's problems, you know. If it's a primal problem, though, I kinda have to, Kryl. Well, Omega not a threat to us all, its effectiveness in subduing draconic foes would seem almost admirable, but such weapons are doomed to be misused. Let us pray we never have need of its services again. The bridge over Vodina River has always held great strategic importance, hence the Godlian's decision to transform it into a fortified installation. Needless to say, we will not be crossing there. If anyone can determine the fate of Shinryu and Omega, it's Master Garland. For now, let us remain focused on our current mission. Whoa. Lys is eager to leave Castrum Oriens. As you've probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. I did not mean to do that. I learned a route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me, and we'll be there before you know it. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Do I still have the compass? Yes. The compass still works. Southeast, I think it said? Yes. That it? That might be it. Or it might not be. Never mind. Probably, yep, it's a wind spray. Gosh darn it. 161 yalms to the south. 107 yalms to the south. Oh, 60 yalms to the east. There it is, under the bridge. Give me that. I want to fly as soon as possible. Alright. 691 to the east. Wait. Okay, never mind. I won't be able to do that for a bit. Let's continue on till we get a bit closer to over here. Still with me? Good. From here, we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we don't have to swim. I did not mean to talk to you because I want to talk to everyone else, and now I won't be able to because I am a fool. Bum 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 bum. We are going to the east now. We should not linger out here in the open. Eastall is right. We need to cross before the Imperials spot us. See, brother, nothing to worry about. Though no one will blame you for donating your buoyancy aids, just in case. Oh, Alphino can't swim. At a glance, it certainly seems shallow enough. What do you see, these? I don't see any soldiers. Good. Let's cross. You're wondering about the tower to the south? It's part of Castellum Velodina. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore, honestly. You can see that rotten banner from almost miles away. They never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Oh god, big bird. Southeast now. Oh, yay! Spiders! Love it! It's just so much fun. I personally am not a fan of spiders. More? Okay, now I gotta go south. Oh! Honestly, matches the setting. I would not be surprised to see this guy here in the Badlands. It's supposed to be a tank? Cool. This more a savannah than a Badlands. I don't know. Okay, we're getting closer to it. It's gonna be up there, isn't it? Yep, it's up there. Let's try Railgar's Reach. Ralga's, sorry. Ralga's Reach. Looks like I'll be going upwards anyway, so... Oh, that leads to a new area. Nope, I want to explore more. I want to see if there's a way up there. I want my Aether Current, dang it. Maybe I won't be able to. Never mind. This is all just a waste of time. Looks like it'll be going around, maybe? Alright. I'll not be able to get to all the Aether Currents in Stormblood regions until you finish Stormblood. I figured, but it's always good to grab them early on. At least I feel that way. That way I'm not looking for them as hard later on. And I know I can only get some of them through quests anyway, so... I just want to get the ones out in the field early on if I can. Least did well. It is reassuring. And we didn't run afoul of even a single patrol. What a pleasant surprise. And that there was no surprise. So the reach lies beyond, but I don't see a path. Are we there yet? We're here. On the other side of this pass is Ralgar's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this. Indeed. A glamour. G'day, Eastola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks. Or mayhap an artificer trained in the modifications of glamour prisms. Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Guardians. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tatru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way, and, don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. And with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare. I suppose you could disguise almost anything with a glamour prism, if you really wanted to. Have you ever used one? Why am I asking? Of course you haven't. Alize? What the frick? You just fricking gave me flashbacks to Skyrim. Sing it now. I feel rather foolish for not having deduced it earlier. Let us pray that they are amenable to our proposal. United, we stand to accomplish so much more. Impressive enough, 20 years is a long time for even so complex a glamour to escape the Empire's notice. True. All clear. Let's go, let's go. Makes me wonder if the Empire does actually know about it. Oh.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Ralga's Reach, a holy place, and a fitting home for the resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo. They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
Sort of feel at ease with that giant statue looking down on you. This temple was once home to the Fist of Ralga, as I recall. Yes, there's no mistaking that statue. Ordinarily, I'd shudder at the thought of armed rebels trampling about in an ancient temple of immense historical importance, but Ralga is the Breaker of Worlds, so it seems rather appropriate, if anything. Fascinating. A massive, nigh imperceptible glamour encompassing the entire valley. I see now how the settlement was able to escape the watchful eyes of the Imperial airships. It's good to see Nago up and moving again. I wasn't there when she headed home, so I naturally assumed she'd left too soon. Always overdoing it, that one. A pleasure to see you again. Inkral and Istola, without whose help I might not be standing here today. At least not so soon. Oh, so you really came. I never thought I'd see you here, but I'm glad. Hello, Conrad. You'll forgive us our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Promise of a new beginning. Conrad knows the purpose of your visit and would like to give you a proper welcome. Now, I know you would not have come all this way unless you had something important to discuss, and I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let us not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. Ba-da-da, banana, banana. Bum 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 ba ba. Bum ba 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 da ba da bum bum ba. Ethernet, sorry. Oh, what does their aetherite look like? Oh. Oh, yeah, it's up there. I need to attune. Oh, cool. Lamia that are on our side. That's cool. That's actually really neat. I like that. Not gonna lie, I forgot that I can swim. You have attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Ralgar's reach. The Fringe's gate is now accessible as an Ethernet destination. Da-na-na-na-na. It's gonna be stuck in my head for a long time now, isn't it? Because whether it's the quest complete or just the frickin' basic song here. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo port? Guess it looks kind of normal. Hey, where are my friends? We plan operations here, when we're not entertaining important guests like yourselves. When we first met back in the Shroud, I took you for just another adventure. By Ralgar, I still can't believe how far you've come. I don't remember you. At all, Mefford, sorry.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Ralgar's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering forgive me, Lys, and Papalimo at great risk to yourselves.
there's no need for
Oh, I
that. They risked
think
their
I
necks for
remember
us at
now.
times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Ah, don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, John.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monargo told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolger it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
I can't imagine that they would refuse, but if they did... So they would have us wait. Very well. Paplamo and I weren't entirely honest with you. Though we were sheltered in Little Alamigo at first, we spent most of our time here, working with Conrad and his people. But you probably guessed that the moment I led you to the Reach, didn't you? It's not as though we have to stand around here indefinitely, do we? Oh! New gear! So, it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me. You are free to look around Ralga's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside and out. I can show you around if you like, Shent. Sure. Great. Let's get started. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. I bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me, but the truth is that we... don't even account for half. We got Hell's Guard from all the way over by the spire in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some beastmen. Well, beast women, I suppose, like that one over there. She's an Ananta. They've been with us for a while now. I'm assuming you mean her? Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest wouldn't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Guardians to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. Anata make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystal into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work. But then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them, anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Ralger, shall we? So that's Ralger, eh? Ah, no! Dang it, the hand dropped me in the water. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The Breaker of Worlds, who guides our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the story of on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people across the Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign, and lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to these mountains of Girabania. They who are saved by his grace pledge to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hells open, heavens weep, for no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. That last part was inscribed on this stone by a monk of the Fist of Ralger. Ida explained it to me. A day will come, bringing strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through in the end. Sorry. That was, all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's move on, shall we? Off to the infirmary. From melodrama to... infirmary. The barber. You two are come to inspect their facilities. As you can see, they have done well to set aside this much space, but their supplies are insufficient. We examined the patients and offered what assistance we could. However, for many of their injuries, time and bed rest are the only effective treatments. This is the infirmary. As you can probably tell, here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how careful we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the Aetheryte Plaza next. When you've seen one Aetheryte, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades to when the Fist of Ralga was still here. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the settlers are next. But don't forget to attune to the Aetheryte before we go. I already did it. One of the first things I do in a new place. Attune, attune, attune. Excellent. They have no shortage of settlers here, should we have need of their services. Highly surprising. Where there is war, there is profit to be had. Arms, armor, potions. You name it, these folks have got it. The resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything, or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alphino and Alizé are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? Give me the materia. If you need to buy anything, now might be a good time. Alizé is nodding approvingly at the settlers. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants? They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal, and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch you stolen crow, so if you'd like to follow me. Sure. We'll begin once the others arrive. Sorry to kept you waiting, but matters such as these demand due deliberation. Here we go.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree, but it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you, Lot. Monago and Mefrid will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
So I'm teaming up with Lise and Alizé this time? Alrighty. What a relief. For a moment there, I really wasn't sure which way I was going to go. Or which way it was going to go. As if there was any doubt. Fish me if I'm dreaming, because I swear it's finally happening. The whole of Eorzea, committed at last to the liberation of Alamigo. Now that we've dealt with the formalities, we can get to work. I'm glad you're with us, friend. Right then, Monago and Mefrid are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, gents. Your Aether Compass may now be used to locate Aether Currents in new regions. The Aether Compass can be found under Collections in the Duty section in the main... I've been using that for a while now. Yeah, no, okay. But yay! Gear. Nighttime theme! I will say, I always like the nighttime themes a bit more than the daytime themes. I kind of like slower music, I guess. I don't know, meeny, miny, mo, Monago. Striking, scouting. A friend of a friend in need. Before she tells you of her mission, Monago has a few things she would like to say. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. And thank you. Now to business. Commander Kemp's entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the deposition of our forces. What I need is an escort. 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well. I shall join you in this. General Alden commands the forces at Castor Moriens. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great. That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. And you, Meffred, what did you need? Can I help but wonder if you remember who he is? I didn't. Not until Lucian reminded me of it. Oh my gosh. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet here again. That we'd meet again here, of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Of course I remember you. Now, I'm impressed. Given everything you went on to accomplish, you'd be forgiven for forgetting all about your time in Quarry Mill. Suffice it to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo with Galleon while Galleon was recovering. Gundobald was my former commander and an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, and others went to Uldar for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Girabania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's fulfilling. Today, however, I'll be headed east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagana. Alagana? If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Ah, that's right. You're from Alagana, aren't you, Lise? And by all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. Cool. Okay. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. What's my take on these? I mean, from what I can tell, she's not too much different from how she acted as Ida, you know? Though that might change a bit as we go along with the story. Alize? Let us defer to Monago with regards to the rats. Well, we could just as easily head back the way we came. There could be any number of reasons why we should not. An insufferable Mary Sue, you say? We'll see, I guess. I don't know, I liked her as Ida, so I don't know. Maybe that's swaying me now. We'll see. Again, I just now began, so we'll see. And that's fair. No worries, no worries. Got everything you need? Good. Then let us be off. Company chest. Yeah, this is my first playthrough. Actually, what's the nighttime theme for here? Not bad so far. I like it. Again, I don't know why, but I like nighttime themes more than daytime themes for this game. Why have I stopped? Is that a miss? Quiet! Hear that? That was a cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods, you have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol, augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern, divided into 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the one to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Shin's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the east bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Yahoo. The Garleans have drip though. Very true. I do have a soft spot for Magitech. Always like the thought of combining magic and technology together. Don't know why I did that. Nope. Ow. That wasn't too bad. Staying away from the spiders. Frick that. Frickin' green eye. I hate it. I'm pleased to report that the Empire is short 3 soldiers. Not that any self-respecting legatus would be sorry to lose them. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work, killing men and women like that. But don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that, after what happened at the wall. True. These are all physical. Give me the materia. Rather have money, but I'll take the materia. Monago would like nothing. Wait. Oh, God, my chest strap. That sucks. What does it even look like? Oh, shit, that does not... Man, too bad the stats suck on it. Ha ha ha. Actually, while defenses are down, how are the bonuses? Aw, man, the stats suck, man. Darn, if only it were better. I guess I should get the materia then. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices their missing patrol. Big gator. God, I just want to go a little bit faster. It just feels so agonizingly slow compared to being just able to fly. Uh-oh, another patrol. More soldiers? I didn't think they'd come this far west, but better be safe than sorry. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces at Castormorians were under the command of Flame General Raban Aldine, did you not? By Rogger, the Bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. Duh. Just weird seeing just a wolf floating in the sky with a person upon it, you know? Under the moonlight. Like, okay. Just a little odd, you know? Just a little. Come on, Maggie, get up there. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. Oh, hey, Pippin. I'm sorry I did not realize you were here. Were you here before? I returned from a survey of the wall but a moment ago. We have yet to recover Paplimo's personal effects, I'm sorry to say, but you may rest assured that we will notify you and yours the moment we do. Thanks, Pippin.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
God, his hands are huge.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
What? If you're talking about the wall...
Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
But hopefully, with the Alliance joining, this could be the calling a lot of people need. Again, like you mentioned before, somehow turning a good out of this cruddy situation.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamegan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Not wrong,
Aye.
but...
Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Okay, Pippin. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Veladina, namely the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. Ooh, really? It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all! More Magitech weapons? That's the last thing we need! Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future development. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they'll have their rallying call. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire, but you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone, and you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I saw no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? Nope, we're fighting with the Garleans. I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. Once again, just give me the materia. I'd rather have gold. Pippin. Fate has a way of leading one into the most unexpected alliances, does it not? No, I'm too far away from her. Prototype Magitech armor, eh? This may prove a challenge. Excuse me? Oh, it has rockets. That'll be fun. Women's axe, guillotine, high steel tachi. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change. And when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to enlighten, or even entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from that look I see, it is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on the map. Right here, aye. A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous the rest of us at this location. Go well, Shint. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. You. I knew it! Captain Loa's Kits has lost something very important. Lieutenant Abeta, just the man I wanted to see. We misplaced a number of Garlean drones taken from Belzar's wall. And by misplaced, I mean the damn thing sprang to life and stormed out of the base. They need to be dealt with before any civilians come to harm. Being familiar with Magitech as you are, I can think of no one better to assist us. If you would be willing to help, go and speak with Lieutenant Gnibtenpa. Gesundheit. She is overseeing the initiative to terminate the drones. Is there any other... Ah. Oh no, that's just Gnibtenpa. Ah, Lieutenant Abeta, your assistance is greatly appreciated. The drones were not in our possession for very long, but a cursory inspection showed they are made with a heretofore unknown metal alloy. They are all but impervious to traditional firearms, which is why we commissioned Garland Ironworks to fashion a weapon capable of penetrating their armor. It has since been fitted to a suit of Magitech armor, which I would ask you to pilot. If I am not mistaken, this would not be the first time you've piloted one of these suits. It should take you no time, then, to familiarize yourself with the controls. Now, the drones are last sighted due east of here and to the north along the Veladina River. I fear recapturing them is out of the question, so do whatever you deem necessary to stop them. Whoa. Okay, then. The heck am I going with this? Oh, over here, okay. Did I win? Okay, nice. Oh, whoops. No, I need to go there. Okay. Sorry. My fault. My bad. Good to know. Oh, I have not attuned to that. I need to. Someone's made camp in here. We're back. I take it the drones have been disposed of then. Excellent work. We're quite fortunate for your presence. Say for Lieutenant none of my men can even activate a suit of magic armor, let alone pilot one in combat. And we pray that it isn't to our detriment in the future. There's still plenty more of those drones out there along Belzar's wall. If any more of them should suddenly stir. At any rate, we'll continue working with Garland Ironworks so that should such a day come, we'll be ready. Also, I need to do this. Goodness. Alright. Bum 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 bum. My information was inaccurate, it would seem. The patrol never came. All went to plan then? Good. Our scouts report that a unit escorting the prototype weapon has left Castrum Velodina. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. Oh my god, it's Raban Extreme! Oh hey, it's that dude!
After Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once. Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head. That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack!
There we go.
Get after them, damn you! Now I've got you.
Give it up, lads. This won't take much more. Enough! We have secret weapons of great power, don't we? Let's bloody well use them! On your guard, Chant. He's up to something.
You'll be weeping blood.
Damn it! Have we got anything else? More armor or weapons or something? More of them. I'm gonna have a word with our scouts. Nice! Oh, this can't be happening. Not again! Just running? He who fights and runs. What the? Who in the hell's are you lot? For Alamigo, and none escape. Oh, is he gonna meet his end here? We have them now. Forward! Back when Stormblood just came out, something broke and people couldn't get in the instance battle, so they lined up short single all the way down the path. Oh no! What, no. "30, 29, 28. No, no, no! My secret weapon! Duty complete. Oh, that must have been... Oh my gosh.
Oh, damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Wasn't that what you said the last time we met? You're just gonna let him go? Dudes, he's getting away! He was right there! Get him! No, wait, go get him!
Run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to Alamigo.
Why are we letting him go? Oh, I believe that's a big mistake. Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. 'Twas Marshal Torpin who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I am grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. Been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle. Monago, I leave the Scions in your care. We shall return to the castrum then. Shent, Mistress Levier, once more, you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. Bum bum ba da da dum bum bum. Ba-da-da-dum-bum. That brute of an Imperial officer was a force to be reckoned with, wasn't he? A fool, mayhap, but he held his own against the Flame General. Why didn't we stop him? I'd heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously, though, it was inspirational. Ah, but you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. I don't know what that is. A shield? A rogue, lancer, pugilist. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. Cool. At least in this place we can use our mounts to get around. You and I were born in Alagana, though I can't say I remember much about it. I'll be back. I want to turn in the stuff first. Leave you in my office's capable hands, and I'm in yours. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you, without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. A victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons, and smashed them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will. For it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. Think that the last time Garlean's troops sought this soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Shent, Alize, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. No worries. Yeah, thumbs up. Alright. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. Want a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villages than that out there, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. Alright, let's go. To the peaks! The peak.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough.
Oh,
People who
okay.
had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals. Day after day after day.
Just frickin' skyscrapers poking above in this fantasy world. Okay. This wasn't the work of the Garleans, but of Theodoric. His armies massacred the monks here decades ago. By the time the Black Wolf arrived with his legion, it was already in ruin. With a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, it is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Big bugs. The ziggurat. Huh. Okay. I'll continue more to the south? Okay. If I can. Oh, mistakes are made. No, there's... Yeah, Southwest, so through here. There we go. Okay, that's good to know. As far as I can see, we can't go any more south, really. Not from this side. There's another one north, so we'll try for that. Bugs. Why there's so many bugs? Okay. The last forest, eh? Just frickin' giant bugs. Gods, look at that tower to the southeast. How long did it take them to build it? Oh, yeah. Ne'er an Imperial in sight, that's a mercy. Alaganaz due east, past that bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. Yeah, I was kind of there, sorry. I went on ahead. We'll get there, and then I think I'll call it. We have a little bit of time before I need to get ready for work. Yahoo. But, progress. Story progress. I'll take it. We met with the Resistance, or at least a splinter faction of it. We'll probably need to find more members of it and gather everyone together. Now, you know what? Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Couldn't have been older than 5 when we left this place. My memories are hazy at best. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be. Oh, sorry. That was nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do. But as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's any truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. It might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope that there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Mm-hmm. Alright, cool. And with that, we'll leave it there. Good stuff. Great stuff, even. Alrighty then. Let us see if there may or may not be anyone online now. No one that I'm following currently is streaming Final Fantasy. And again, if anyone has any recommendations for who might be streaming now that they would like me to follow, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna find someone randomly. Currently, someone in Heavensward. Maybe. Alright. I think I'll raid the person that is still in Heavenswood then. Alright. Jeeb Streams. Alright, so we're gonna raid them. I should be back on tomorrow with more Final Fantasy XIV. Should, anyway. So yeah, until then, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much, Lucian and Vanilla, for chatting with me, and you as well, Rosen. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Again, I should be on tomorrow. So yeah. Alright, have a good one, everybody.